Hey peeps, Q here. Been a long time since I've posted up any video on this 1972 Q Code 4-speed car that I've owned since 1979. First car that I ever bought, still have it, and I was posting up videos on YouTube of the restoration process of this car. I've done a ton of work on it. And in that 8 years, though, life comes at you, and got involved with 3 other car projects that I did finish. I have another 72 Mach 1 that if you look on the channel, you'll see the green one that I built. Also a 71 Camaro SSRS that I also did a nice restoration on. And this car got pushed to the back, as so often happens. And I'm in a shop now that is probably the smallest shop you'll ever see for doing body work. Now, I came real close to probably getting rid of this car, but it's just so sentimental to me, excuse me, and I couldn't do it. And it's relatively close, although there's still a lot of work to do. Basically, I kind of left off the driver's side of the car. All the metal work's done. All the filler work is basically done. It's just ready for a skim coat. And that's all done. The roof also. So what I have left to do here is to finish the passenger side door, passenger side fender, and the hood. And like I said, a lot of the metal work's been done, and I'm going to be working in real tight quarters here. So I'm going to make it happen though. And where I'm at is, if you look at some of the past videos, all the gaps on this car I made in metal. Everything's been lined up pretty much perfect. And we've got a 3/16 inch gap all around the car. So if you go all around the car here, I've got everything, all the lines, all done with metal, super crisp. And what's left to do is to finish up over here, this gap, and just fine tune the hood gaps. Now, it's been about 3 years since I even touched this car. So I gotta kind of, go backwards a little bit. And before I start taking anything apart again, I just need to verify that all my index marks are there. Now I know on the driver's side, they're all there, but I kind of don't remember how far I got on the passenger side. And what I mean by index marks are, we drilled some holes in the panels, and they're hidden, like underneath some of the rubber bumpers, etc. And it's an 1/8 inch hole, and these are my index pins. And you could take these, actually, put it in the hole, and once you go to reassemble the car, everything will go back to where it was. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. We'll be right back. Okay, peeps, we're back. And when I was telling you before about index marking your sheet metal, you spend a lot of time lining stuff up, getting it all set, and index marking will help you immensely. When you take it apart, you go to jam it, cut it in, do whatever you got to do, and then you want to go put it back together. If you don't have index marks, it's a pain in the neck, and you're going to spend an enormous amount of time relining everything up. But if you go ahead and you drill an 1/8 inch hole, now this one is underneath this rubber bumper, like so. So I've got one here. I've got one back here, also under the rubber, and I've got one underneath the fender. So when I go to put this back on, it's going to line up exactly in the same spot, and it's going to be a piece of cake. Now, I also have some in the hood hinges. And what I need to check on this side, which I know I did on the other side, the door hinges, the same thing. The upper, the lower, to the pillar, and you also want to have it going to the door. So if you go ahead and do this, it's going to be a piece of cake to put everything back exactly as it was. And I spent hours and hours lining this sheet metal up the best I could before I even made the edges out of metal. And I mean, you know, like I'm saying, this is something to do, even if you're not replacing a panel before you take a car apart. This would be something, if you have good panel lines and you have good gaps and stuff is lined up, this is something that you definitely want to do. Now, I know I don't have any here at the front headlamp bucket, which I'm going to do. And I just need to look around here and just verify that I have all these panel, you know, index marks set. And again, it's just something that is going to make your life super easy and something really good to do, even on a car that you're getting, that you're going to restore before you take it apart. Go ahead, if you have good panel lines, or even if you don't and you line stuff up, you go ahead, you make your index marks, and it's going to make life really, really easy. And these are nothing more. We use an 1/8 inch drill bit, and this is 1/8 inch brazing rod that I just cut, and I made a little tip on it, and then I just have a little bit of tape wrapped around to keep it from falling through. So that's where I'm at, peeps. I'm just going to verify everything, and I'd love to make some more videos, show you guys, take you along on this this hopefully final journey of getting this car finished in this little shop. And I'm going to show you a ton of little tricks and stuff like that, all my accumulated knowledge. A lot of people don't know, I spent over 30 years in the auto body business as a professional. You know, I've done everything. I was a combo guy, framework. I've also been I-CAR certified. So this has been a lifelong thing that I did professionally. And this is my baby here. I want to take you guys on this journey, but you know, making videos and stuff takes a lot of time. And I need you guys to go ahead and like these videos and subscribe to my channel if you want to see this process and learn a ton of stuff that no one else is going to show you. And I know that there's lots of people out there, you know, plenty of channels. Some of them are good, some of them are okay, some of them are terrible. But like I said, I've been doing this a long time. If you go back, look at some of the videos, the amount of work on this car, this whole nose, everything is new, everything was jigged, everything was lined up to factory measurements, and this car is really done really, really well. So yeah, you know, I'm into it. I want to get her done. But I need you guys to hit that like button and hit subscribe for me to continue and do this. So welcome back. I'm going to revamp the channel, and hopefully we'll have a really, really good journey here. And again, I want you guys to be part of it. Thanks.